It's finally happening. $4,500 in stimulus relief is coming your way. And it's thanks to the relentless efforts of Bernie Sanders. This is not just another piece of legislation. It's a game changer for millions of Americans who depend on Social Security SSA, SSI, SSDI, and Veterans Benefits VA. If you've been feeling the strain of rising costs and limited income, this relief package is exactly what you've been waiting for. It's the financial boost many have been hoping for, especially as inflation and medical expenses continue to put pressure on seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans. For too long, seniors and those receiving disability benefits have felt overlooked, with the cost of living increasing at a rate that benefits haven't kept up with. But now, Bernie Sanders has pushed through a $4,500 stimulus that will bring real, tangible financial support to those who need it most. This isn't just a temporary fix. It's a commitment to improving the financial stability of millions of Americans. But how will this stimulus work? And more importantly, when can you expect to see it in your bank account? Starting soon, SSA, SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients will receive a one-time $4,500 stimulus payment designed to help you cover everything from healthcare costs to daily living expenses. This isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about real support for real people facing financial hardship. The legislation is designed to provide seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans with much-needed relief at a time when inflation is at an all-time high and healthcare costs are continuing to climb. In this video, we're diving into the details of this stimulus payment, how it works, when to expect it, and how it will impact your monthly budget. If you've been searching for answers on how these changes affect you, we've got all the information you need right here. Stay tuned as we break it all down and ensure you're fully prepared for this exciting new relief. This is the one they got right, and it's a win for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and veterans alike. As we dive deeper into this historic $4,500 stimulus brought forward by Bernie Sanders, it's clear that this isn't just another government handout. This is an investment in the people who have given so much to this country, yet are now facing the financial struggles that come with aging, disability, and military service. For far too long, the benefits from Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and veterans benefits have failed to keep up with inflation. Rising living costs, healthcare expenses, and the general economic downturn have left many seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans feeling financially overwhelmed. Now, with this new legislation, there is finally a sense of relief. This $4,500 stimulus is designed to provide immediate financial support. But it's not just a temporary boost. It's a real solution that addresses the persistent problem of insufficient support for those who rely on these critical programs. Starting soon, Social Security SSA recipients, SSI beneficiaries, SSDI recipients, and Veterans Affairs VA claimants will begin to see these stimulus payments rolling in. For many, this is a lifeline, helping to cover everything from mounting medical bills to rent and daily living expenses. This is the kind of relief that has been long overdue. If you've been struggling with increasing costs of healthcare, transportation, and food, you're not alone. According to recent studies, the cost of healthcare has risen drastically in recent years, leaving many seniors and disabled individuals with limited options for managing their expenses. Medical bills can be one of the largest burdens on a fixed income, and that's something many of us know all too well. In fact, nearly 1 in 3 seniors report that their Social Security benefits alone don't cover their healthcare costs. This new $4,500 stimulus is specifically designed to address these financial gaps, allowing seniors and veterans to breathe a little easier when it comes to covering medical expenses. What's more, the stimulus payments aren't just for those struggling with healthcare. They are a much-needed buffer against the rising costs of everyday living. Things like rent, utilities, food, and transportation all continue to climb in price, but Social Security, SSI, and SSDI benefits have largely remained the same for years. This legislation seeks to correct that imbalance, providing a one-time, $4,500 boost to ensure that recipients have the financial resources they need to make ends meet. The goal here isn't just to provide a temporary band-aid. It's to create lasting change. Bernie Sanders and others have been pushing for these kinds of reforms for years. And now, with this legislation, they've finally achieved a victory for millions of Americans. By boosting these benefits, the $4,500 stimulus is a clear message that lawmakers are listening to the struggles of seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans across the country. But let's break down exactly how this will work. Starting August 11th, the payments will begin to roll out to those who qualify. You may be wondering, how does the distribution work? The government plans to issue these $4,500 payments over a series of months, so the relief isn't just a one-time boost, but rather a steady stream of support over time. Depending on your individual circumstances, you'll receive your payment through the same method that your regular benefits are paid, whether that's direct deposit or a physical check. The one-time $4,500 stimulus will have a direct impact on your monthly budgeting, giving you the ability to pay off bills, buy groceries, or perhaps even save for unexpected emergencies. For many, having a cushion like this will make all the difference, especially as we move further into uncertain economic times. This is especially true for SSI and SSDI recipients, many of whom are living on very fixed, limited incomes. If you're one of those people, this boost could provide the financial relief you've been desperately needing. Now, while this $4,500 stimulus is undoubtedly a huge win for many, it's important to understand that it's not a permanent solution to the deeper financial issues seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans face. For years, Social Security, SSI, and SSDI benefits have failed to keep up with inflation. One thing that this $4,500 stimulus makes clear is that there is a growing recognition that seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans deserve more than just the basics to survive. For many people, Social Security is the only income they have, and it was never meant to be the sole source of financial support in retirement. The $4,500 boost is meant to alleviate some of the pressure, but it's not a solution that should be expected to carry the full weight of these critical benefits on its own. It's worth mentioning that this new legislation doesn't only benefit those receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and veterans benefits. It is part of a larger effort to raise awareness about the importance of providing adequate financial support for seniors and vulnerable populations. This $4,500 stimulus is a direct response to the pressure felt by millions of Americans, and it's part of a broader push to address long-standing inequalities in how the government provides financial support to seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities. For those who are unsure if they qualify for the $4,500 stimulus, it's important to know that this benefit is targeted to individuals who are already receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or veterans benefits. If you're not already enrolled in one of these programs, it's time to check your eligibility. Whether you're applying for SSI or looking into SSDI, it's essential to understand how these programs work and what you can do to ensure you're receiving the maximum benefit possible. As we move closer to August 11th, you'll want to make sure that your payment information is up to date. If you've recently moved, changed banks, or updated any other personal details, now is the time to make sure everything is in order so that you receive your $4,500 payment without delay. The last thing you want is to miss out on this much-needed financial relief because of outdated information. By taking the time to update your records, you can ensure a smooth process when the payments begin to roll out. Another important aspect of this $4,500 stimulus is its potential to inspire future changes. While this one-time payment is incredibly helpful, it highlights the urgent need for ongoing reforms to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and veterans' benefits. This legislation is a step in the right direction, but it's just one part of a larger conversation about how the government supports its most vulnerable citizens. The hope is that, over time, we'll see continued efforts to increase these benefits, address inflation, and ensure that seniors and disabled individuals aren't left struggling to make ends meet. In the coming months and years, we can expect continued pressure on lawmakers to expand financial support for those who rely on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and veterans' benefits. If the $4,500 stimulus proves to be as impactful as expected, it will likely serve as a model for future efforts to improve these programs. So while this stimulus is a huge victory, it's also a starting point for broader, systemic change. For now, though, let's focus on what's most important. You're getting the relief you deserve. The $4,500 boost will help ease the burden of rising living costs, healthcare expenses, and the challenges that many seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans face daily. This is your chance to take a deep breath, plan ahead, and know that some of the financial pressure you've been carrying is about to lighten. As the payments begin in August 2025, stay informed about how they'll be distributed, keep your personal information up to date, and start planning how you'll use this financial support. Whether it's paying down debt, covering medical expenses, or just making ends meet, the $4,500 stimulus is a welcome relief that will help you regain control of your financial situation. This is a win for all those who have felt overlooked, undersupported, and forgotten. The $4,500 stimulus marks a major victory, and it's proof that, together, we can continue pushing for the changes that matter most.